A critical examination of the One Nation, One Election bill in India. India is currently engaged in a profound constitutional and legal debate surrounding the One Nation, One Election bill. This proposal has sparked widespread concern due to its potential to significantly impact both the country's federal structure and democratic framework. Citizens, media outlets, political leaders, lawyers, and former judges are expressing serious apprehensions about the implications of this initiative. If enacted, the bill would bring significant changes to India's electoral process by synchronizing Lok Sabha national parliament and state assembly elections, a practice not observed since 1967. To implement this proposal, a constitutional amendment introducing Article 82K would be required, a task fraught with challenges. The NDA government would need a two-thirds majority in parliament to pass the bill, an outcome that remains uncertain. Furthermore, the process would necessitate aligning national and state election timelines, a highly complex undertaking. Despite these hurdles, the BJP-led government remains resolutely committed to this reform, prompting critical questions about its motivations. The stated rationale. Proponents of the reform argue that it would address the enormous financial and temporal costs associated with India's current electoral system. National and state elections are staggered across years, consuming substantial resources and perpetually engaging political parties in election campaigns. This relentless cycle is often cited as a distraction from governance. While this argument has its merits, it also presents significant flaws and risks, making it a contentious justification. Historically, simultaneous elections were the norm between 1951-52, when India's first general election was conducted, and 1967. However, increasing political instability and diverse regional circumstances necessitated a shift to staggered elections. The rise of coalition governments, particularly in states, introduced unique challenges and obligations, making it impractical to maintain synchronized election cycles. This shift also coincided with the decline of Congress's dominance as a national party, leading to a more regionally fragmented political landscape. The underlying motivations. The BJP's enthusiasm for this reform appears to stem from its potential to diminish the influence of regional parties. By advocating for centralized elections, the party aims to consolidate power at the national level, effectively striking at the heart of India's federal structure. If passed, the bill could transform India into a more centralized state, raising serious concerns about its impact on democratic pluralism. In a nation as diverse and multicultural as India, such centralization could stifle the expression of varied perspectives and ideologies. The BJP has made no effort to obscure its intentions, openly advocating for a reform that aligns with its vision of governance. However, the collective will of the Indian people will ultimately be reflected through their elected representatives in parliament. Opposition parties, wary of the potential erosion of democratic and federal principles, have largely united against the bill. Their primary fear is the emergence of a one-party autocracy. Challenges for the opposition. While the opposition's vocal resistance to the bill is evident, translating this into tangible success remains a significant challenge. Historically, the gap between opposition rhetoric and effective action has often been wide. The BJP is expected to actively seek support from regional parties like the Trinamool Congress, DMK, and Samajwadi Party. It is likely to leave no stone unturned in persuading these parties to back the bill. Whether these regional parties will hold firm in their opposition or succumb to pressure remains an open question. Conclusion. The One Nation, One Election bill represents a complex and transformative proposal with far-reaching implications for India's federal and democratic structure. While its proponents highlight the potential for cost savings and efficiency, the underlying motivations and risks associated with centralization cannot be ignored. As the debate unfolds, the onus lies on Parliament to critically evaluate the reform's impact on India's pluralistic and federal identity. The stakes are high, and the outcome will shape the future of Indian democracy.